What's poppin' and crackin', everybody? So good to be back. Alright, so good. And of course, usually have 3 people, when we're on this podcast.
Now we added 2 more donks.
2 more donks, yes, sir.
2 more donks.
2 more donks. You have, please introduce yourself.
Sechki jump number 1.
Sechki Jong number 1.
And Red Jong.
Red Jong number 1! Of course, it's so good that, we're all here. Or, yeah, we're all here, and, we may look compressed. It's not because we're a lot. It's just because we're huge. Yes, alright. In body fat percentage. But anyways, alright, it's a new month. It's the month of April, and it is the month of Coco. Alright, comment down in the section who wants a free Coco. Alright, personally here in the studio, we want some free Coco. Alright, but anyways, okay, it's so good. Alright, so good that we're here, really.
Start of summer.
Yeah, it is very sunny.
Yeah. Start of summer.
It's very hot.
Yes,
so we do need rehydration in the form of Coco. But anyways, yeah. There's that. It is a new month.
Yeah.
TikTok. Attack on Titan just ended.
TikTok.
TikTok. Yes, we have TikTok posts already. You should go check them out. Our TikTok team. Instagram as well. It's also there. Right? Yeah, it's also there. Twitter. Facebook, of course, YouTube, and I'm so glad that you're able to be here and join us for this podcast. All right, and of course, since it's a new month, right? It's a new month. We are on the verge of a new topic.
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna be another amazing topic, really. Okay, so without further ado, let's start this. Right, let's start this, with the bells and all that stuff. Alright, so the topic for this month is what if?
What if?
What if?
What if?
Hey, is this gonna be like one of those Marvel movies?
Yeah. Like what if? Those
in America.
what if? Yeah. What if?
So what if we had Coco?
Yeah. So, alright, but of course to start the podcast, I think the best question to ask, well, each one really, is what's the biggest what if in your life? Whether it be, what if I went to the school, what if I went to, what if I pursued this person, or, what if I did not do this? Yeah, just what if. Yeah, what is the biggest what if that you have?
What if Christian
Yeah, but like, what do you think is the biggest what if?
Yeah, that's a very big question.
It is not, it's not
a simple
question really, because there's
makes you
and because we're all, at least we have aged more than a decade, so at least there's there's a lot of years you have to consider, right? And the biggest what if has to be like of those years, right? We have to find the biggest our biggest what if, and that's pretty hard, right? When you think about it. So what is the biggest what if?
I would say, what if we never broke up?
What if we never? Ooh, that's gotta stay right there, right? That's gotta stay. I also felt that, right? Wow!
That moment it took a second.
Yeah, it just hit like right after. Oh yeah, that's a good what if. That is a good what if. That's a good what if, really. Jared, what is your, your biggest what if?
Very recent.
Recent.
What if the pandemic didn't happen? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's
true.
That's true. Although uncontrollable, yes, given. Alright, yeah, that is a big what if. what if the pandemic did not happen? I'm pretty sure I would have graduated by now. Yeah, if it was, if it was not the pandemic. But anyways, you, a younger brother, biggest what if?
What if I was the oldest?
What if you were the eldest? Ooh, that's gonna be sad, really. It's gonna be sad. It's like, your younger brothers are smarter than you. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so true.
But anyway, I think my biggest what if was, what if I did not meet the people I met right now? What if? Because the thing is, what if pandemic did not happen, right? If pandemic, let's say, right? Just for good measure's sake, right?
Okay.
I do not know how my brain would develop.
You have a brain?
Yeah, I do. I know. I forget that I
That's
have
shocking.
one. Yeah, that's shocking. Really.
That's what if.
That's the greatest one. What if I had a brain? No, but really, if pandemic did not happen, I'm pretty sure I would not be in the state where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, what if? Right? What if? Yeah, it's just, I don't think I will be in this state where, where am I right now? Like, I'd appreciate that, we're back to face-to-face school and all that stuff, really. Yeah, bow. Yeah, and you're at least you're doing something, alright? At least you're doing something. But this pandemic, although it becomes lazy and it becomes, I do appreciate the people I've met. I do appreciate the connections I have built. I do appreciate, Jared appreciates connections he's built. Yeah, that's for sure. Appreciate the connections I've built. I've, gotten to see life in a different perspective through this pandemic. So, that is a positive what if. But there are those negative what ifs, like Christians. Like, what if they did not break up? I do not know who he's pertaining to, really. Maybe? No.
It could be friendship.
Yeah, it could be friendship. Like, really, what if, this friendship did not break apart or fall apart? What if... Yeah, those what ifs. What ifs, I think there's a certain power to what ifs. Yeah, there's a certain that little phrase holds. Like, what if? Right? Just what if, and then continue everything. Like, what if, Iron Man did not die or something? Yeah, what if question mark. Yeah. Yeah, but I think there's something like that, and I think in life we do have a lot of that. Yeah, I'm not sure if the chat would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of what ifs, even in the younger stages of life. Like,
What if
let's
I'm a
say,
girl?
huh?
What if I'm a girl?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, what if we did not, move city or something,
Yeah.
right? Or like, what if we?
What if I didn't break my arm?
What if you didn't bring your arm, right? Something like that. Like, what if I did look down the tricycle and get?
Which one? Bicycle.
No, me.
No, yeah.
I looked down. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I was kind of stupid, really.
It's big brain.
Yeah, I got those things really. Like, or let's say, what if the four of us did not get to meet each other, right? It's gonna be different.
Oh no, that's hard.
Wow, that's still
gonna be different though.
That changes
That's still
everything.
gonna be different. That's still gonna be different.
That changes everything.
But yeah, I think like throughout all stages of life, really, I think that what if has it always gives us the power to look back on certain things, right? What if this thing didn't happen, right? You look back on it, right? And I think there's so much what ifs we can talk about.
Yeah.
Like huh? Yeah, I think one of the biggest ones. What if we didn't get to meet each other? What if we then, there wouldn't be this podcast really. We didn't have
there
that there. But yeah, like those things. Like, what if this like that happened and all. But yeah.
It's famous.
Yeah, like what if if circumstances were different, right? What if Christian was famous? Let's just say, right? He wouldn't be here.
And wouldn't be able to give us.
He wouldn't be able to give us Coco. You know what I'm saying? Right? Yeah, but no, like those circumstances, like they're gonna be different. They're gonna be different. So I think even in like our in the believer life, there's certain what ifs that even I think the younger generation asks, right? Like the younger generation, like younger set of believers ask this one as well. Like, what if let's just say the younger, what if the Bible is not true? Those the people, there are those questions, and I think that is playing around the minds of lots and lots of people. I don't think that. I think maybe there are still some, right, in this generation who actually and genuinely pours their heart, their mind, their souls out into thinking this, right? I mean, the generation right now, I think they don't really mind at this point, since there's the pandemic happening and everyone's just like they wouldn't care less if it was real or not. And there are those things, right? But I think that as believers, there will be this point in life, right? Really, where you doubt, we doubt God. Yes, I've done that. It's okay, right? We've done that. It's alright. Do not have to feel ashamed and okay, it's alright. There are those things. That we there comes a point in our belief, in our life as believers where we doubt. We wonder if the songs we're singing are real. Praise to God, or we just sing it to ourselves, right? If we, because like most of us here already, we believe. We're here because we believe, right? But for those who don't believe. Right, even for those who are currently in this, phase, we come to think like, what if God isn't real, right?
Yeah.
What if, Jesus did not come down here on the cross, did die on the cross, right? There are those, there are those questions that, even believers, right? Even believers question, right? And it's okay, all right? It's okay. Maybe, someone will get you your answer, right? The Bible will for sure. Okay, right? And hopefully we'll be able to help you through that. Really, yeah. So this is this series. What if? Right? What if it's gonna be some tough questions, really, right? Some tough questions. We're going to ask things like God, the Bible, and prayer, right? What the churches they are, right? As we ask these questions, one step at a time, really. If all this God stuff is real, then how should we live? There are those things.
Yeah.
Right? Because come to think about it, right? Personal question to all you guys, to three you guys. If circumstances were different, right? Circumstances were different, you're not a believer, where would you be right now? Come on, just fast.
I'd probably go to like a normal science high school.
Normal science high school.
Yes.
Such a nerd, sir.
That's where I was supposed to go to before I went here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I actually passed there already. And how do you call this? Probably like be boring.
No, you still are. No.
Yeah. I'd be much more boring.
There we go.
I'd be much more boring.
Okay. I see. Oh, really? Alright. How about you, Jared? I know where Jared would be.
I'll probably also not get broken up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Possible, yeah. I know where Jared would be. Yeah, obviously.
Say.
Where else would you be?
I already saw it. I already saw it.
Where else would you be? No, come on, tell us. Yeah, just tell us.
That's kind of hard too, because I've been connected to you guys.
Yeah, the whole life too, really.
So I might have been in the province.
Province.
Yeah. If another what if my
Parents stay there.
no, if my lolo was still alive, my mom would have sent me to Bacolod.
Oh, okay. Well, obviously, for both of us, it's
Yeah.
yeah. I think, or what if would be like if ever if circumstances were different, pretty sure we wouldn't be here assessing, all right, how my parents are and how they would, train us
Yeah.
to be. We wouldn't be here, right? We wouldn't be here for sure. We'd be out for sure. We'd be out doing stuff for sure. All right, doing bad stuff.
Basketball only.
Basketball. No, but really, like assessing like my cousins, and how life is, in the family tree. Yeah, we've been doing those really, and I think that there are those questions like some of us asks ourselves, like what if, just what if, just a friendly what if, right? For these lessons, I hope that we really get to know. Well, hopefully, God more through these things and know if the Bible is true. But wait, question: Have you ever asked that to yourself? What if the Bible is